This morning in the Atlanta airport, no one's missing a meal on Mac Wilburn's watch. With 11 restaurants to serve passengers, he's got dining for every destination. And it all started when Mac talked with First Horizon Bank about opening a franchise in the airport. Now it's open for business and cleared for takeoff. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.
Are you struggling to conceive? You have options, and at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group, we'll make sure you have the guidance and support you need. PREG is known for individualized fertility care that's unique to every patient. We take the time to provide a reassuring and empowering experience because we believe that you deserve nothing less. Let us help you on your journey to parenthood. Visit us at pregonline.com to learn more. Get the guidance and support you need at Piedmont Reproductive Endocrinology Group.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
Let's hit up some NFL.
This should be nice and sweet, man. Because I'm telling you,
the
week 5 looks horrible, and this is what used to be the quarter mark. This is when we used to start giving people, the first little report card.
Yep, and you kind of knew about most teams at this point, and kind of here and there, right?
What the hell do you know?
Not
something?
a damn thing after last week. I'll tell you that much.
I don't know a goddamn thing. I'm gonna tell you right damn now. Okay, I was the level of confidence going into last week. It's very rarely that the homie will go in and be so confident that all of the day's plays are entered in the day before. Okay, Saturday night before I go lay my head down. All that I am confident in, the plays are in there, tickets all over the place. Shit, woke up that morning confident as hell, man. In London first, so I'm overslept on London, but who cares? Okay, you catch London in the second quarter. Okay, I'm good with that. And we got London coming up again this week. Oh my God, we ate the biggest shit sandwich last week, man. And with the most confidence. I wish I wasn't as confident, bro.
Hey, sometimes it happens. I'll tell you what. The two things I do know about last week, three things, because that's one of them. That's the most important one. We kind of got dicked a little bit around on there. Complete fuckery in the NFL. Detroit, my Detroit call of them being able to knock the Seahawks out obviously was wrong. However, the over is a hands down Detroit over until they tell us otherwise. Just
that was damn two games worth of overs right there.
Just like Cooper Kupp in the over till he shows otherwise, right? Cooper Kupp over 100, whatever he had on Monday. Detroit's over 4-0 on the year. You know what they're averaging is the over for their game in the overs all year? What? How many points? The total 55. Game over? No, the total like above the over.
Oh, 12.
21.2. 21.2 is the over average. Not after 4 games. Maybe their over is like a half or one.
Right.
12 is a good guess too, because you would think that they'd have a couple that were fairly close.
Exactly.
But like that's if your team's really good and you're hitting overs every week against whoever you're playing, 12 is probably phenomenal. But these motherfuckers are at 21 average over for the games that they have. And another one we need to roll with, we might as well roll with it because couldn't be any worse than last week.
What?
Atlanta is 4-0 against the spread.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So, there's silent sleeper out there. What are they, 2-2 right now?
Yeah, well, they are 2-2, and they have already
don't they?
Nobody can see this, but they already earned the asterisk on my sheet already. All right, so I'm on it. But see, this is what I'm saying. Okay, ultimate confidence turns into just and it ain't even a Monday night second guessing situation. I mean, it's just
no,
like
that Monday night game was shit too, man. There's no doubt in my mind. I would have took money line on LAR all day.
Oh my God, the NFL leaves you second guessing. Like, I don't even understand, because you remember I told you, look at how close all of these teams are. Now I'm looking for any line that is over 7.5. Okay. And if any line is over a touchdown, go the other way, because look, unless it's a top tier team against a bottom tier team, right? If it's Buffalo against the Jets, which I think we got this week,
I still wouldn't take the Buffalo at 7.5.
But it would be more than that.
Oh, right.
It would be more than that. But that's what I'm saying.
You got like Pittsburgh at Buffalo, which is a 14 right now for this week.
All right. I'm going to tell you, but before we
get to the 7.5, what you're talking about, or 7.
Well, look at Miami is 3 points better than the average team. Washington is number 29. So that's a touchdown. Miami is 8. Washington is 29. Look how many teams that is that are within a touchdown of each other, and they're all covering on each other.
Right. Well, right now, let's see, what do I got? Yeah, let's see, dogs against the spread on the year. So the underdogs against the spread, 35, 25, and 3.
They're doing okay.
I'd take 35, 25, and 3 against the spread all day long.
Yep.
I mean, it's still, okay. What is that, like 58%? I guess it's not great, but
home field doesn't mean anything anymore, because I was looking at last week's sheet, or actually the week 3 sheet, and that's just my scratch sheet. And I had road dog after the game is over, the winner I wrote it down. I don't even remember how many times. And even this past week, week 4, road dog, Seattle, road dog, Tennessee, road dog, Jets, cover. Thought I had one more, but yeah, I'm trying to tell you,
Baltimore was a road dog. They pushed,
and that was a push. That's I think that might have been the other one I was talking about. But yeah, it's you can't really figure it out, man. So I was telling myself, Dan,
that was rough.
I might have to give up NFL, man, and go and get it somewhere else, because it's just too difficult. The stories are great, but I mean, like I said, I'm listening to the pros too, because the first thing that I want to do is, after a week like that, is go hear how the pros did. And then when I look at the pros and they're taking hits too, I'm going, oh, okay, well, this is everybody. This is the NFL doing everybody.
Yeah. Well, to close out week 4, this is just a little bit of the NFL fuckery that we noticed. Special teams fakes. There was at least 2 or 3 of those. Kickers still suck, as we've discussed. Can't make extra points. Can't make field goals. There's holding on every play. I mean, I watched basically, I think it went both ways in the Detroit Seattle game, and then I think it was the Green Bay and New England game. Saw hella, and in that game also, the play clock runs out on whoever the quarterback was at the time for New England by like 3 or 4 seconds, not just like a tick and a snap, like 3 or 4 seconds.
What is his name? Zoolander? I can't remember what his name is.
Zappy?
There we go. Yeah.
And so I mean, it's crazy. We could talk. We could talk a little bit about.
Look, hey, with all of that, I'll tell you something that's hardcore and concrete. The Rams are not winning the title this year. Okay, that is 100%. Put that in wax right now, and you know what else you can put on wax? The Rams will not win the division. Remember, the homie said it. The Rams will not division. What I am trying to figure out what's going on with this Rams team. I'm thoroughly disgusted, which I'm trying to determine, do I like being disgusted with my team more than having the burden of the heavy expectation? I think I like this view a little bit better, to be honest with you, because I'm clear. There's no foolery going on. I'm trying to figure out if this Rams team is even a wild card team, bro. That was horrible. I'm not having it. There's nobody running the ball. There's no rushing game there. So you're not fooling nobody with what you're doing. And you're expecting Allen Robinson and you think that Cooper Kupp is going to keep running over. And Tyler Higbee is going to be the new reincarnation of Gronkowski. How is all of this supposed to happen with Skoranek interning at fullback? What are they doing over there?
Interning, yeah. If you're gonna have him back there for what are you having him back there for? Excuse me. We were talking offline about that. I mean, he really wasn't making he had a couple good blocks. He had a couple good ones, but
did you see the ones where he got smacked?
You can't miss those as a fullback. That's why you actually have a fullback back there making those blocks, which I don't understand at all.
The little man across the hall weighs more than Skoranek. Okay.
Yeah.
So Skoranek is lighting the cakes, and he is not taking on a good rush defense with penetration or somebody looking to sack the quarterback with heavyweight penetration. That guy is not going to stop it. When I thought they said we're going to play around with Skoranek at fullback, I thought that this meant like a little bit of creativity, not Skoranek blocking somebody.
Not being back there, then yeah, like roll him out.
Skoranek is going to block Nick Bosa. What are we doing here? Okay, is Skoranek going to block Micah Parsons next week? Is Skoranek going to block?
Absolutely not. He's not going
to block
him
next week. No. Come on, man. I'm telling you, these dudes is not winning the division, man. I don't care if Odell Beckham comes back. Rams ain't winning the damn division. Shout out to them. But, hey, shout out to them, man. I'm telling you, there's more to come on the Rams this whole season. There's more. Oh, my God. This is week 5. Oh, there's 13 more weeks of the homie like this.
Yeah, it's gonna be wild, bro. But before we get into the Seahawks, I want to talk a little bit something about the Seahawks, and then we need to get into week 5 and knock out whatever we think. We need a lot more time to divulge all the information for week 5, so I don't think we really have a whole lot to say right now, because I think once we get to Sunday, we need to. You do? We really need to
I'm just telling you, when we get to it, there's just not a lot there. Watch, you'll see when we get to it.
Yeah. So I think we forgot to go over the hometown plays of the week last week. So I want to knock them out here real quick on for week 4.
Oh.
The week 4 you had Stafford 3 touchdowns, 400 yards, Kupp 100 yards, Robinson 100 yards, LAR money line.
None of that shit happened.
Stafford, no touchdowns, 254. Kupp, 122 yards. Obviously, like we said, roll with it till he tells you otherwise. And that's the really only offensive weapon that the Rams have. Allen Robinson had 7 yards.
That happened too.
And then I had Kenny Walker getting his first NFL touchdown from the 2-yard line, no TD. I said 32 yards rushing. He had 29. That was pretty close. Shelby Harris sack. That was for our boy in Colorado. R-Dub, the original R-Dub, Rich Warnick, no sack by Shelby Harris. And I did say Goof was going to go throw for 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. He threw for 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. But neither the defense for Seattle or Detroit knows how to play defense. So would they give up a combined 1,200 yards between the two of those clowns? And then
good 93-point total. You gotta love that.
Yeah, and how many damn 50-yard rushing plays? I think Jamal Williams had 2 or 1, and then Rashad Penny had like 2 over 40.
Yeah, I'm sitting here going, all right, it's goof time. I'm ready for it. And then Penny sneaks out the right side, and he's just down the line. I'm going, what just happened here?
Yeah,
all we need to do is just stop them. They ain't got no offense. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
And he's just busting out the side. I guarantee you, man, Campbell was so damn pissed off after that.
Oh man, he's fired up.
He's so,
and their team is still so close. I'm still on the Detroit bandwagon, dude.
Oh, I'm never.
They just have to find a way to play some freaking defense. Number 1 offense, hands down, everywhere you go. Of course, they have to be because they give up 35 points a game or whatever it is.
That's
right. You have to give up, or you have to score at least 36 or 37.
This is just the one time that Goof didn't make it interesting at the end. He always does. He always does, man. And
well, the pick six to start off the half, didn't help. So then they were playing behind 10 the whole game after that, and they're just swapping touchdowns. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, yeah, man. Did you have your top 5 quarterbacks? Because I got I don't have top 5 quarterbacks, but I'll tell you what I do have.
All
you know
right.
what I'm saying? I give you some time.
Let me roll through. Oh, go ahead.
I got top 5 homies quarterbacks. Now, these ain't the greatest quarterbacks, but these is my guys. Just in case anybody wants to know who my guys are that I unconditionally roll with in the NFL. They may not play for the Rams, but these is my guys. All right, real quick. We're going to run through this. On the outside looking in, he's peeking through the peephole. Derek Carr. I like this kid. He keeps getting a bad rap every single year. I don't understand. Number 5, this is the list. Zach Wilson. Of course he's in. Y'all been hearing me talk about this kid for 3 years. I can't leave. I can't. Okay, for obvious reasons too. I mean, he's nice at what he's out here doing socially too. So you have to respect that. And he's been my guy since day one. BYU. That is number true. 4. Joe Beasy, Joe Burrow, Joe Smooth, another guy we've been on from the day one. It was him and Herbert. I chose Joe Burrow, and that's where I'm staying. Number 3, Jalen Hurts. I just like his all-around game, dude. I really do.
How can you not?
He's not the greatest quarterback out here, but I just enjoy watching him. He looks like give him a little bit more work. He seems like he could be like a more refined Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays a little like under a little bit more control than Lamar Jackson does. He don't take as much of them risks, but maybe that's what it is. So I like him too. Oh, top 2. It's getting heavy. Number 2. This is where it got big right here. It's Goof. It's Goof. Come on, dog.
Love it. Yeah.
It's Goof.
Nothing wrong with that.
No one other than Jared Goff, man. I'm telling you, it's been that way since day one, draft day, number 1 overall draft choice. And I'm going to tell you this. Anybody who ever sleeps on Jared Goof, I'm going to tell you why you can't sleep on Goof right now. Goof, believe it or not, is top 10 in any era. He could be number 1 or he could be number 10. But the only era that Goof is out of the top 10 is the one that he is in. Okay, because there's too many good guys. But Goof, look, you going to take Goof or you going to take Trent Green?
Goof.
You going to take Goof or you going to take Kerry Collins?
Goof.
You see what I'm saying? After that, okay, now let's go back 10 years ago even. You going to take Goof or Matt Stafford on those same damn Lions? On those Lions that Matt Stafford was getting all those yards on.
Oh, yeah. You'd take Goof.
Thank you. So 10 years ago, you would put Goof in Stafford's place. 20 years ago, you would pick him over Kerry Collins and all of those dudes. If you go back another year, Goof is better than everybody except for Dan Marino. Okay? So Goof is respect.
If he just has to have a defense to get him there.
Dude, I'm telling you, Goof is going to have one of them careers. He's going to have one of them careers. You're going to look up and you're going to see like Phillip Rivers. I'm telling you, watch this. And, of course, number 1, undeniable, it's Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you, the kid done changed the game, and that's enough said. I don't even need to say nothing about him. It's Patrick Mahomes. Those are my guys. When you hear me talk about these guys, these are the guys that I fool with in the league that play quarterback that I fool with.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that list. I would – my list that I have is a little more in depth of what I did. I wanted to see how they ranked and how they, were in going off the top of my head, performance wise, and how I would say, like, if their team is playing and depending on who they're playing, if it goes down to quarterback against quarterback, I'm taking my top 5 guys over the other quarterback, hands down. You know what I'm saying? So before I did my research, I just went off the top of my head and I was thinking, I'm going to go with Mahomes, I'll go top to bottom. Mahomes, number 1, Allen, number 2, Lamar, number 3, Goof, number 4, and Geno, number 5. Okay.
Already, for real though.
This was my list before.
It's too soon.
Well, the only reason I did that is because I knew I was going to do my research, and then I wanted the numbers to tell me if I was right or if I was wrong.
This year's numbers ain't gonna lie to you though.
Exactly. The problem that I have with this list is the numbers don't lie, right? So I ranked them with the completion five categories: completion percentage, yards thrown for the entire year, touchdowns, yards a game, and their QBR.
Look at this work he's putting in.
So five categories. There's interceptions there I have on my list, but you can't rank those because they're all close, right?
All right. So who had the number 1 score?
So number 5.
Oh, okay, 5.
Number 5, when I ranked them, and with the 43 was Goof.
Okay.
So 43 lowest, like golf score, right? So you get a golf score.
Yeah.
So Goof was number 5.
Okay.
Geno is number 4.
Okay.
With a 41.
Oh, I can't believe that, but that's performance from this year. Go ahead.
Performance. Mahomes is number 3 with a 25.
I can see that.
You have any idea who number 2 is? And we have not mentioned him yet.
We haven't mentioned him?
No, we haven't. We've talked about this
Cooper
kid
Rush.
Before. Young Herb.
I knew you was going to say Young Herb.
Number 2 at 21.
Yeah.
And number 1 was Josh Allen at 17.
Josh Allen was number 1.
Number 1 at 17. Lowest score golf. But to your defense of Cooper Rush, though, he wasn't. I forgot to another disclaimer. This was all quarterbacks with at least 4 starts this year. Cooper Rush only has 3. But in your defense, too, Cooper Rush is, let's see here.
Cooper Rush is about to be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And he should be. There should be no argument there.
He's
but Cooper Rush
Romo,
is there. So that was the top 5 that I had. That was fun doing. Like, I actually enjoyed like checking it out because, like I said,
that's real.
I wanted to check my thoughts. And I think we both had Goof. We both had, and I wanted Hurts in there too. Like,
you didn't have Joe Burrow. I'm surprised.
Joe Burrow.
I mean, his stats this year are garbage.
Yeah, and I was going off some stats on that one too, and just the way it is. Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts are right around 50 total. So they would just miss the top. What are they? 7, 8, something like that. But then after you get past Hurts and Burrow, the next closest is Matt Ryan. Oh, Brady's got a 45. So you got 40 Brady, Hurts, and Burrow. And then after that, it's like really everybody's just terrible, to be honest with you.
And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about your second 10s now. So just a quick review.
Oh yeah, go to your second 10. I want to hear about that. For everybody,
the second 10 for going into week 5 is number 11, San Francisco 49ers, 12, Rams, 13, Vikings, 14, or 15, either one, flip them, Tennessee, Denver. Even, right in the middle, the most even team in the league, Arizona, Indianapolis. These are the below average teams. Indianapolis, Detroit, Vegas, Patriots. That's your middle 10. You don't know who would win any of them games if you put them teams against each other.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right down now.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
New Orleans is only a half a game out of the second 10. The Giants are only half a game out of the second 10, or half a point, and the damn Falcons are only a half a point from being in the second 10. You see what I'm saying? This is the league that we're trying to figure out and supposedly trying to win some money from, but it just seems like it's more and more impossible because the league just does a great job at making sure that the teams are going out there really competing, and it starts from the draft and all of this stuff, and that these teams are even. And now that you've got all of these teams study more and more than ever. Don't nothing slip past anybody. You remember back in the day when you used to catch a trend of a team that does a move or something like this. Like we used to talk about Russell and the leak out the back and on the naked bootleg, and he was guaranteed for 15, 20 yards when he used to pull it back in the day. Nothing works on nobody anymore. Okay. You better hope that you better throw that 25 long, like you always say.
25 long bomb, my favorite play. It works every time.
And you better get that flag at the pass interference. You better get that too, because that's how you're catching your yardage nowadays, right?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I question or debate a couple of your second 10 compared to my second 10? Because I want the people to know, not debate, but I want the people to know where I have these people at the same, or these teams at the same time as you, and we can go real quick. I'll do my best to go through real quick. So you have, let's start at the bottom. You have New England at 20. I have New England at 22. You have Las Vegas at 19. I have Las Vegas at 23. You have Detroit at 18, or you have Detroit at 18. Funny, I have Detroit at 18 also. That's weird. You have Indy at 17. I have Indy at 25. You have Arizona at 16. I have Arizona at 26. I do not believe in those guys one bit. You have Denver at 15. I have Denver at 24. You have Tennessee at 14. I have Tennessee at 19 because we don't know what they really are yet. They had a couple of good games, Derrick Henry. You have Minnesota at 13. I have Minnesota at 9. I like their offense. I think they're going to figure it out. You have LAR at 12. I may be a little biased from do I have LAR?
That's how bad they play.
LAR. I have LAR at 15. So I guess I don't have them that far, but they're, I have middle of the pack, right?
Yeah.
And then you have San Francisco at 11. I have San Francisco actually at 7. For some reason with Jimmy Garoppolo, they're a different team. And I said it when they played Seattle and Jimmy Garoppolo came in, and we had like plus, what do we have on that? Plus 6.5 or something. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit. Jimmy G comes in the first quarter. I was like, might as well rip up that ticket and call it a day. So not a bad. There's a couple that are a little bit farther down from your 10, couple that are a little up. But then again, the middle 10, like you said, is really a coin flip from all those teams. So that when they play above or below our middle 10, it's really only going to be a half a point or probably a point to a point and a half, right? If you're going,
who'd you have at 20 again?
Jets.
Wow.
I have the Jets at 20 with Zach Wilson back.
All right. Okay. So that's one more. Okay. So one thing that I noticed when you were doing that, I was just looking at because just for conversational purposes, or listeners, keep in mind that when I put this together, this is based on power rankings to make betting lines. And this is where my teams line up. He may have used different, analytics to put his together. But if while you were running off those numbers, all of those teams are, when you gave the difference of who you put in that slot, it was on no more than a 1 point difference in all of them, except for the teams that were in the middle. So team number 16, Arizona, you have them dramatically lower. I have them in the middle.
Yeah,
I have them 4 points better than you have them. So you have them at 26. Them at around 26, 27, 28. Those are all same even teams to me. Carolina, Seahawks, Steelers, Commandos. Those are all the same spot. Denver, you have at where I have the -3 team, and that -3 team would be Jacksonville. And then you had Indianapolis, I forgot, at 17, which you have them at like a 3-point, which would basically be Jacksonville too. But everybody else.
Who do I have? What number was that at?
I have Jacksonville at 17.
17,
which would be a 0.5 point below average. You have them somewhere about 25, right?
No, Jacksonville, I have at 11.
No, Indianapolis.
Oh, Indianapolis. Yeah, 25.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the Indianapolis Colts are at this point. KC screwed everybody when they played Indianapolis, and then now Kansas City's good again. I think that was just kind of their blunder, their bump in the road, right? Yep. Kansas City's good for those 1 or 2 of those a year.
Right.
I think that was the one. I still don't believe in Indianapolis in that way.
No, and I think one of the things that when I come up with, when I look at it and I go, dude, I'm not too far off, is like when I put together, like when I look at the London game, I got the Giants at, and that's for, Giants. So I've got the Giants as the 22nd. So
this is, week 5. We might as well roll into week 5 here.
Let's go. I got the Giants as the 22nd team, 2 points below an average team. And Green Bay, the number 3 team, 6 points above an average team. That would make the line an 8. On last look, Vegas says what?
It's an 8 for Green Bay. So you are on the money.
So, and then,
I'm telling you.
So
knows.
And if you even look at take the next game, because some of these games don't even deserve conversation. But Pittsburgh, I have the 28th team, 4 points below an average team. That's 4. Buffalo, number 1 team, 8 points above an average team.
Okay, can you run that by me one more time? Run that through again.
Pittsburgh, number 28, 4 points below average. There's 4. Buffalo, number 1 team, 8 points above average. I would make this line -12. What does Vegas say?
14.
There we go. So Vegas sees that either Pittsburgh is worse or Buffalo is better. And they probably didn't downgrade Buffalo after last week. I did. So, and that's just looking at it that way. It's how easy you can come up with a line, man. But we out here, man. What did you see anything that was interesting that was worth talking about? Like that wasn't one of our games. That was like a good game to watch. There's a lot of division games. You got Chicago playing Minnesota. You got Miami playing the Jets. Atlanta's playing Tampa Bay. Houston's playing Jacksonville. And I think there's one more, Cincinnati and Baltimore on Sunday night. That one's going to be heavy. That's probably the biggest game of the week right there. But what you see?
Yeah, I mean, just by quick glance at it that I see right now, I mean, I think the Chargers at Cleveland, Cleveland's a 3-point, or Chargers are a 3-point favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually going to be a sneaky good game as far as like Cleveland's going to have to score more points. Going to have to put out the offense on this one.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to rely on Chubb and Hunt. I'd go with the overplay on that one. I like that one. Minnesota dog walks Chicago, right, at home.
I mean, you would think Chicago cannot score.
Exactly, right?
Cannot. They have scored 1 touchdown all season.
I mean, Detroit, New England kind of scares me a little bit, but at this point, I'm rolling with Detroit in the over. But the problem with that is New England doesn't have Mac Jones could be back.
Right. Do you want to see Bill Belichick shenanigans with your money on the line?
This is going to be some shenanigans.
And plus, that's Matt Patricia against the Lions again. So
his old team, right?
I probably would. I wouldn't touch that one. I got those teams dead.
I mean, I think I would
probably take Detroit.
I think maybe just roll with the over just for fun because the numbers tell us not to do it, right? Then the statistics say
How is New England going to score anything?
I don't know. So that just means Detroit. Dan Campbell's he's gonna love to run up the score no matter what. He doesn't care. He doesn't stop, bro. Jamal Williams doesn't stop. Jared Goff doesn't stop. He's ready to go. Other than that, bro, no. I mean, really, there's nothing. I mean, Atlanta's a 9-point underdog against Tampa Bay, who knows what they are. I mean,
right. So, well, I will tell you these are the games where my power ranking tell me that something's off with the lines. So this is the only ones. These are the only ones that are interesting. And you pointed out the first one. It's the Chargers -3.5 at Cleveland. I've got the Chargers way better than that. I got this at -6.5. So real
quick on that, homie. Like you said, so off my rankings of top 5 quarterbacks, where was Herbert at?
Number 2.
Yeah, he was up there, right? Number 2, I think is what it was. I can't remember. So this would be one of those games against the quarterback, hands down. You'd have to take that quarterback over, Jacoby Brissett, who's not terrible, but he's a quarterback.
If my power ranking is right, that means I'm getting a free field goal, right? Because I'm calling it 6.5, they're saying it's 3.5. There you go. Another one right here, Seattle at New Orleans, 5.5 to New Orleans. I would make this game a whole lot closer than that. Only 2 to New Orleans.
That's kind of scary, yeah.
So, but they've been hurt. Half their lineup hasn't been in all season.
You got Dalton in there again. I mean, Andy Dalton's not bad. You kept him in the game last week.
Yeah. So and those, they got wide receivers. They just got to be in there. The other one that is off is the Atlanta Tampa Bay game. 8.5. You said 9. I would make it closer because with Atlanta playing like that, that would make it -6. I'll leave that one. I think that was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. Here it is. Dallas at LAR. Rams favored by 4.5.
I have 5.5 that I saw earlier.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I scribbled that somewhere else. Mine was a little bit early. 5.5.
5.5.
Man, I want to run.
That scares me.
I want to run bad. No, there's no way. You have to remember, this is with Rush. That Dallas has been upgraded 2 weeks in a row with Rush. This is not, I'm saying, this is not like a Dak Prescott came back and now they've won 2 in a row and that's why this is closer. No, Dallas has just been doing that, and all they need to do is get Prescott back into the thing, and they're doing it with having no wide receivers. Like they didn't think they would have wide receivers. They haven't been there, but they've still been winning. That's just what it is. I would make it Dallas -1. So if I'm getting plus money, that means you're like giving me a full touchdown on that. I would want to run.
You're crazy.
I would want to run and take the plus money for Dallas.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Dallas defense. Okay. What has been happening?
You said you had LAR as -1 on your list, right?
No, that is yes. That's what I would
That's why you would go get the plus
because
5.5 from Dallas.
I missed last week.
I agree
because right before we were looking at the game, I had my hand on the trigger, had the dollar amount in there on over 4.5 sacks, and I didn't put it in there. That would have cashed easily because they sacked Stafford 4 times.
I think it was 5, but yeah.
And that's going to continue to happen. I saw that trend. That's going to continue to happen.
Especially
now we have Micah Parsons and those dudes.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They're not going to get they're getting nothing going. That is going to be the homie play of the week. And then just to get this on wax now, it's going to be really easy. Hometown play of the week is fade the hometown Rams. Stay on the line. Take the plus 5.5. Something is telling me in my spidey senses, I don't really have any, but if I did, something is telling me under. But something always tells me under. So I never know.
It does always. And you know what it always tells me? Over. Yep. That's kind of the thing there. I don't have a whole lot on the Seattle game. It quite frankly scares the hell out of me. Plus, I apologize to all you Seahawks fans out there. Nah, I don't, because I don't really care right now. We got the Mariners in town, or Mariners playoffs
Damn right.
starting this week. So got the Mariners playoffs. So the only thing I have to say,
in the back.
Yep, they're the back row right now. I'm focused on the Mariners games this weekend. I'll worry about the NFL plays on Saturday night after the 1:00 sweep that the Mariners put into this Toronto series. But I do have my hometown play of the week for you for my Seahawks game.
Defense it will only take DK Metcalf 3 minutes to get on the cart, go take a deuce, and get back in the game.
Yeah, that too.
Hometown player.
Yeah, it's funny. That shit, everybody speculate, oh my God, DK's on the cart. What happened? Blah, blah. And then, comes back. Oh, he just had to go use the El Baño. So, but my hometown plays of the week is defense scores another touchdown. And Mr. Catch and Crumble is going to get his 100 yards. Tyler Lockett will get a 100-yard receiving game.
I didn't know who you were talking about, though.
The Catch and Crumble. I just love it. Shout out to my boy Stu. He prefaced that a couple times, and it cracks me up every time that he says it. And he started it, so I ain't taking the credit for it.
You know who could be the OG of Crash and Crumble though? Also a Seahawk. Come on, give it to me. Give me the name.
The Catch and Crumble,
or not Catch and Crumble, but Fall and Crumble. Who's the OG of Fall and Crumble?
Oh, Sean Alexander.
Hey, give this man a damn prize, bro. I'm trying to tell you, Sean Alexander is so notorious, bro. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you. Hey, look, check this out real quick.
Yeah, what you got?
What? Hey, look. All right.
Man, before you get into that, I have all these papers here that I printed out, all this research that I did. And then we didn't even get to go through half of it, bro.
Yeah, well, this is your time right here. Because
no, I ain't got time for all that. It's already off subject. We already went through it all.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man.
All right, what you got, bro?
Okay, look. Remember how I was talking about Goof and how great Goof is in any era?
Mm-hmm.
I went back another 10 years just to amuse myself. You know who led the league in passing in 1982?
That would have been Fran Tarkenton.
That's too far back, bro.
Oh,
that's too far back. All right, so you remember I said
Terry Bradshaw.
Dan Marino he was already retired by then. Dan Marino was 92. I talked about him. So Goof would not be better than him. But in 1982, 1982, San Diego Chargers quarterback Dan Fouts led the league with 283 passing yards, 61% completions. Great year, right?
Yards a game?
Huh?
283 yards a game?
No, 2,800.
Oh, 2,800. I only heard. Okay.
I didn't say 2,883?
No, I only heard 283.
Okay. And I'm known for doing stuff like that. All right. So he led the league with 2,883 yards. Great season. Over 60% completion.
Led the league, you said. That's crazy.
The league.
Yeah. Smash mouth football back then, though.
Yes, sir. Last year, my boy, Big Jared Goof, 3,200 yards.
Yeah.
And wasn't in the top 20 quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, Goof is better than everybody.
In everybody's defense that's going to listen to this, or everybody's that listens to this in the defense, yes, we're not idiots. We know it's the different ball game from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000, the 2010s, and now, right? We know it's a different aspect. We're just saying, and you have to look at it as like the coaches at the same time. Those motherfuckers were stubborn, old ass men who were gonna be like, no, we're playing the wing tee and we are smashing this football down your throat, blah, 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 blah. Now you got the young Thunder Kittens in there that are younger than our old asses out there coaching these men.
And will audible out of your dumbass play real quick.
And they will take that ball and they will slang it, baby.
Yo, see, now I'm down a rabbit hole, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
So this now I'd said, I wonder what Jim Everett did. This was my guy, Jim Everett, LA Rams, quarterback, big time. Is Goof better than Jim? Goof is better than Jim Everett, bro.
Ooh, Jim, yeah.
And Jim Everett was the quarterback that helped Flipper Anderson set the receiving record. You know what I'm saying? So they was throwing it around all over the place. I'm telling you, better than Jim Everett. Only 3,300 yards in 1992 for Jim Everett, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Goof is real.
We're on a Goof. I'm with you on the Goof, man. He's not messing around, dude. And I just hope they can find a defense. I mean, you'd think we're Detroit sports fans around here because of how we vouch for them, but I'm just looking at it as a gambling aspect of it, as a football fan aspect of it, as a fantasy football fan aspect of it. I took Goof. I got Goof in the lineup, baby, and he ain't messing around. Yeah, took him. I drafted him too.
And this is a brain teaser for you right here. If you want to mess with eras, I got a name for you that will blow your mind. Okay. If you start wrapping your head around how good Goof is, Brett Favre.
Ooh, slinger.
Brett Favre, dog. Put the numbers
fan
up.
Of the show.
Hey, shout out to Brett Favre. He always into something, man. Hey, look, put Goose numbers up against Brett Favre.
Do you have those or no?
Boy, okay. What numbers you want of Brett Favre?
No, I'll look it up.
All right, here's Brett Favre.
We'll save it. I'm gonna look it up.
What year did Brett Favre then win the Super Bowl? 96?
Brett Favre.
Because I was up here, so it must have been 97 or 98.
Yeah, I'll look up Brett Favre's career stats, and I'll look up Goof's career stats. I got it right here for next week's notes.
I just want a random hot year. All right, so let me go to 1996. Brett Favre, 38.99. Oh, under 60% completions. You gotta watch your ass, boy.
Yeah, but he was never known for the completion guy.
39 TDs and 13 interceptions. All right. Now let's compare that to 2001 Goof or 2021 Goof. I don't think we want to use 21 Goof. We want to go back to 20 Goof. 20 Goof. There we go. 20 Goof. 3,900 passing yards. 20 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 67% completion.
You said 3,900 passing yards for Goof.
Yeah.
So there was only 4, 5, 6. But the 6 times that Favre threw over 3,900 yards, none of them are over
$4,000.
Oh, there's 5 at 42.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.